Good morning. Thanks so much for joining me for another mindful moment today. You may notice a different background. That's because I'm on the road and in New York right now, attending a conference and listening to people who have really transformed their lives, who've overcome adversity, who have really developed a sense of resiliency and made real changes in their life. And the fundamental, I think, thing that I'm hearing here that I'd like to share most of all is with our community of support, we can really make some changes in our lives. Too often we feel like we're all alone, that we have struggles that others don't, and that others seem to have their lives together in ways that we don't. So maybe today your life's pretty good, maybe you don't have those current struggles, but we all know what it's like to feel sadness, despair, hopelessness, frustration, or just that thought, my life would be so much better if only. What I'd like to share is what I've heard over these last couple of days here, is that change really can start with an understanding that I am not alone. Here, people have shared how their communities of support have been there for them, how they've had to learn how to ask for help, to pick up the phone when they needed to reach out to people, to let people know that they're struggling a little bit, to become vulnerable. Sometimes we don't want to do that. Sometimes we just want to look like we're okay. We don't want to burden anyone. And we forget what we feel like when we help others. How good that is. So today, I just really wanted to take a moment and share that whether you're struggling right now or not, whether you're doing life's pretty good, that today, once again, is a day that will never come again in your life. And today is an opportunity to be the person you want to be in these moments of our lives, of today. So if you are struggling, if you feel like there's some sadness, some despair, some struggle, some anxiety, I encourage you to reach out and be around other people. Maybe you don't need to share that you're struggling if that's not where you want to be, but to get out of ourselves, to be with others, to recognize the support that we do have in our lives. And if you're feeling pretty good and you are connected, I encourage you to reach out to your friends and just be there for them. It doesn't have to be a thing. Just pick up the phone, call somebody. How many people are in our lives today that we have not, we've been thinking about calling, thinking about reaching out to? And we don't. Well, we're busy, or maybe they're busy. So today, if you're doing really well, I encourage you to reach out and connect with three people you haven't talked to in a while. If you're struggling and you're feeling a little isolated, I encourage you to reach out. Reach out to three friends. Doesn't have to be a thing. Doesn't have to be, I'm struggling. Just, hey, how are you? I've been thinking about you. And just make those connections. Fundamentally, I think that we underestimate the support that we have by being connected to others. We always have to pull up our bootstraps and be the person we want to be and do the work. But that work is so much better, so much more effective, so much more efficient when we recognize our connection to others. It's really not an I and me world. It's a we and our world. So today, let's connect. Let's connect and help each other do this thing that we call life. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. I hope the lighting worked out okay here in this hotel room. And be well. Looking forward to chatting with you tomorrow.